Kia ora everyone and welcome to the exclusive website-only podcast episode with Pete and Sam. Pete's likely to get into some conspiracy stuff on this one, so brace yourself, strap yourselves in.
Yeah.
Stuff's about to get real.
Real.
I
tell you,
or fake.
I tell you what I want to talk about tonight is the Olympics and how good. I mean, I really enjoy the Olympics and the New Zealand team, and it's just because when you get older, you realise how far away you are from being anything like those people.
Being an athlete.
Yeah. just, I mean, you never were anyway, but now
Really
you just
not.
think now you're just, there's nothing you could probably do there. Nothing.
Lawn bowls.
Yeah, well, you haven't done that yet.
I don't know.
I tell you,
It's pretty boring to watch, let's be honest.
I tell you, my absolute hero of the Olympics so far.
Is it the Black Ferns?
Yeah, they were too. They were my hero team, but
Individual.
Novak Djokovic. Now there's a bloke,
The GOAT.
the GOAT. I think he's 37 years old. I mean, he came back and won that. He beat Nadal, did he?
No, he beat him early on, like the
Yeah.
first round, I think.
Yeah, good. Good on him. You know, he is bloody lucky to even get to the Olympics.
Who?
Djokovic.
Why?
Well, he hasn't even been vaccinated.
Oh, yeah, like you.
Never been vaccinated.
Lucky to be alive. It could be an episode of I Shouldn't Be Alive.
Yeah, so there you go. And he's gone through and the reason why he's my hero, not because I'm a big tennis fan or anything, is just because he took a stand. He took a stand to get what he thought, and it actually cost him a year of his
Career. Which is a huge cost for an athlete like that. Like you're in the prime of your career.
Yeah.
He was already like on track to be the greatest in terms of how many opens he'd won, or he might have even been the leader then. I don't know, but he was right up there.
No, I don't think he was. I think
And you have to skip a whole year, or I think he still played some that he was allowed to play.
Yeah.
But he missed the Australian Open, was the public one that everyone
let's
got
make an
involved
example of that guy.
he can't come into our country
Vaccinated. And then when you boil it down now, however many years later it is, did it matter? No. And how embarrassing. No one's ever apologised to the guy. No one from the Australian government's come in and said, oh, we're sorry. That was stupid, because it was.
They're just trying to make an example.
So back then what he said was he's very careful about what he puts into his body. And that's probably why at 37 he's come along and been able to win a gold medal at the Olympics, because he has been careful. And so his body has been saved from the destruction.
Of the vaccination, you reckon?
Yeah. I mean, look at Nadal. He's broken down. His hair's all falling out.
You might have the what are the anti-vax people call it? The turbo cancers.
Yeah. Turbo. Is that what they call it?
That's what they call it, yeah. The turbo cancers it gives you. That's what they reckon anyway. So, it's pretty awesome for him though. Like, he's going to be hard to ever knock off that greatest of all time. And he did it in an era of like some other very talented stars, like Nadal and Federer and pretty
Who's the
impressive.
English guy?
Andy Murray.
Yeah, I feel a bit sorry for him, mate, because he's probably come into an era where there's a whole lot better than him, and even though he's won one or two,
a few.
Yeah, he's never been up to the MO. It's consistently.
But that's sport though, eh?
Yeah.
But a lot of people that missed out on really successful careers because there was one person better than them.
Yeah.
It's real sad, that. Remember when we had that rowing thing and we had the two best rowers in the world going to the Olympics, like before the Olympics, but only one of them could go?
But they both went.
Did they?
Yeah, they're both there today.
Nah, this was back in the day. This was when it was that Rob Waddell and someone else.
Oh, yeah.
And that sucked, eh? Imagine that. You're like the second best in the world or competing for first, like right up there, but you lost that trial.
Yeah.
And you don't even get a chance to get gold or silver. It sucks.
Yeah.
There's so many people that probably
I
have
think
that.
they've changed that now.
That's probably what it's like for Noah and Harry, with me.
You know what? That getting back to that rugby sevens women's team. Now that's a GOAT team.
Yeah.
They did so well. And
I think they actually are like, they have done a lot for the sport. Like, not maybe because of anything other than they've just been so great to watch.
Yeah, they are. They're just brilliant. Like that Georgia Miller, just the way she moves, she doesn't look fast, but the way she angles her body is like Loma used to do. He would go into the tackle
Just lean into
on
it.
an angle, like with his hips and his feet away, and that would just knock people over. And she seems to be able to do that. Same, just reminds me of bloody Lomu.
Oh, yeah.
But
There's a lot of pretty amazing female rugby players in that team.
Yeah, well, what's the other girl? What's the other girl on
Glide.
the wing? Oh, yeah,
Glide,
she's like
and
a
then
fucking
there's
rocket.
that Portia who's sort of nearing the end of her career.
Yeah, you
But
could tell
watch
she was...
You watch the highlights of her stuff, that was like freaking outrageous.
You could
She's
tell
just
she was
smashing
nearing
these-
the end, though,
Smashing these bitches.
because she would smash rather than run around.
Yeah. Awesome to watch that. It was like watching the rugby back in the days when there was some people that were just way better than other people.
Yeah,
And they got the ball. I remember as a kid watching Lomu.
yeah,
Every time he got the ball, you're like, oh yeah, he could score here.
yeah.
Just get the ball to Lomu. Like, why aren't they just passing it to him? And then you watch these seven, it's like, just get the ball to Blyde.
Or
She just scores.
Or
Like,
Miller, or yeah.
yeah.
Or
and-
what's the other girl with the good smile? Waka.
Yeah, Stacey Walker. Yeah.
Our
They're
whole
cool.
team's brilliant, eh?
Yeah,
I love them. I
like,
love them.
I'll admit, when women's rugby first came in, I was one of the people that was like, I don't know about this. But nah, I was wrong. It's awesome. It's so good. It's better to watch than the men's. I reckon. Definitely.
Yeah, they're very good. Yeah.
At maybe that's because they're better as well and they win all the time. That also helps.
Do you know what surprised me about, if you're talking about humility and a person, is their coach? Have you seen him on TV yet?
Well, you don't really see much of him.
No, that's because he's coached the team. Obviously, they're awesome.
And
But
they've
he's
got good
awesome
leaders
players.
within the team as well.
And so he hasn't come out and said, look at me, I'm the coach. Whoa. He's just behind the scenes guy. I haven't even seen him come on TV.
Yeah.
That's what I like, humility.
Yeah, he's obviously a good coach.
Yeah.
Because the girls love him.
Well, hopefully not love, respect and like him.
Love him and like a family love.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
like
It's always
a lot of
got to
them.
be careful when you're coaching women's teams.
It's probably safe with half of them.
Yeah.
They don't swing that way.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
A quarter of them, maybe.
But,
A couple of them.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's good. I mean, one thing I didn't like was the women's boxing.
Didn't like it?
No, well, that they sort of haven't had their gender stuff sorted out. So, you got women that look very much like blokes with a big bloody
Big jaw.
big jawline and muscular arms and stuff, and just pummeling women, just pummeling
Smashed the
women.
shit. It's kind of like it was.
Take that, you bitch.
Got all this anger from being mixed up their whole life as well. Like taking it out on these little pretty bitches. But what about it was like Stacey, my wife, she's talking about just because we're watching the women's rugby and we're like, oh, this is so good, And she's like, I reckon these girls would go right against the men.
No.
And that cracked me up because they are good, they're great, good to watch. But oh my god, if you put Blyde on the wing against like Julian Savia or something like that, holy hell, she's gonna get crumpled. If she can avoid getting grabbed.
I wonder at touch how she'd go. Wonder how much.
Just not as fast and strong. It's just not. It's not realistic. Like not taking anything away from them. It's just we're genetically different. Well, not genetically, but physically, completely. It's just not fair.
Yeah.
You can't have someone that's changed and beaten the crap out of the opposite sex.
What's that?
You can't have a man that's changed.
You're
Like,
getting
not-
back to the boxing now.
Yeah, not that that's what happened in the boxing, because I think that person was just born a bit of both.
Yeah.
Not like they had a sex change or anything. Like actually,
It's a bit hard though if you've sort of boxed all your life as a feminine woman, but you're still pretty staunch, but you're still not real. You haven't got XY chromins or whatever, and then you get to the Olympics and then think, oh fuck's sake, for fuck's sake.
yeah.
Like that woman just took one hit to the jaw and she said, that's it, I'm out. She just quit.
Yeah,
You can't blame her.
She's never taken a hit from a
never hit from a guy.
wow from a woman with that much testosterone.
But the thing I think about the rowing, they've got it sorted out because they've got different categories. They've got the coxless women and the coxed women and the coxed guys and the coxless guys. So, I mean, they've had that for years.
That covers everyone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, let's not say men and women. Let's just say coxless.
Coxless women, coxless blokes.
Good to go. Anyway, everyone can compete.
Everyone, that's a sport that's inclusive.
Truly inclusive.
Yeah.
That's epitomizes the Olympic spirit.
And that's what's good about rowing.
Yeah. That's great, eh? They're ahead of their time.
They have, and that's been for years. They've always had that. And they don't have any problems.
No problem. No one's questioning anything.
No one's questioning the rowers.
Good for them.
About their sexuality.
No.
Because we know that boat's full of women without cocks.
Those ones have, the odd one might have one. Yeah, Olympics is awesome. It's been great to watch. It's one of those things. It's cool with young kids as well to sort of show them these aspirant. My kids like their sport, and it's like, you hear these people that say, I wasn't, necessarily the best, but I worked hard, and like that triathlete from New Zealand, and eventually I found my sport that I loved and that I worked hard at, and it doesn't just apply for sport. I think once you find your thing and you work hard at it, I think you can achieve significant levels.
What a bummer, but what a joke for France for this whole triathlon thing, like that. Obviously, they thought it was a big deal to have the triathlon right in the middle of Paris so they could run around the Eiffel Tower or whatever the fuck they did there.
Yeah.
But they swim in that polluted river, and then, because they have the individual and then they have the mixed, where someone does the bike and someone does but then some of them were crooked from the bloody first swim they had from drinking that
triathlon
fucking sewage water in the bloody River Send.
And they talk about how farmers are bad and they're polluting the rivers and stuff. Going, there's an example of what the town does.
Yeah, it's just a joke. I mean, the whole France, they couldn't have just had a sea race or a lake race that was a bit cleaner. What they did was, then they should apologise to those athletes to say, oh yeah, we just wanted to make it into a big deal around Paris, and so we fucked up your race.
Well, yeah, they fucked up the mixed one from those people that competed earlier, because those people.
Yeah, but they fucked up the other one too, because it was all coordinated for a certain time. And they said, oh no, can't have it today now because the rivers, it's rained and there's a bit of pollution. So they put it off, and then it ended up not a morning race. It ended up on an afternoon in the heat of the day, and that's why Hayden Wild said he struggled because he hadn't trained for the heat. And then there wasn't the currents and all sorts of stuff that they were battling with that made it really difficult. They fucked it. As far as I'm concerned,
they didn't think about the actual competing sport. Eh?
And once again, it was a whole lot of greenies that had this ambition that they were going to clean up their filthy, polluted river
in time for the
with
Olympics.
money, in time for the Olympics. When in the end they failed. It was you can't
have that many people in a small area producing stuff and living and shitting and breathing and
stormwater and all that going into a river and have a clean river.
It's just the way it is.
So, as far as I'm concerned, the Olympics has been a good success, but that's a big cross for Paris, eh? And the Greens. It really does piss me off because, we're in New Zealand, we've got all these activists saying, oh, we're so polluted. Any river in New Zealand we could swim in would be cleaner than that fucking river. Any fucking river.
Yeah,
they talk about the Manawatu River being polluted.
Waikato.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's nowhere near as dirty. You just look at that river and you think, ooh, that looks like fucking shit like water.
A flood water in any of our good rivers.
No, that looks like a sewage pond overflowed. A city sewage. It's a wonder there's not condoms floating down.
Probably is.
Tammies and stuff. Or
I'm
Dracula's tea bags.
I'm sure there is all of that stuff in there. I bet they haven't really made a big deal out of it, but yeah, disappointing.
No, but I have.
Peter's brought it to the attention of the few listeners that are going to listen to one on our website exclusively. The real fans, the real followers, the good sorts.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the end of this little chat. We'll keep it capped there before Pete goes off on another segue. He loves a segue.
Let's hope the rest of the Olympics is nice and good, and we win a couple more medals. We've got the high jumper guy.
He'll probably be finished by the time this gets out.
Yeah, hopefully he's in.
Hopefully. Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time, and thanks for coming to the website and listening to it. There's not a heap on here at the moment, but
we'll get onto it. Yeah, we'll get onto some stuff.
Yeah. Sweet. See you next time.
Yeah.